Check, check. And good evening, ladies and gentlemen, on a brisk late November afternoon, as we are in time for basketball here in the Laughlin Center as the home opener for LCU as they take on the visiting Lady Trojans of Hannibal LaGrange University. And I'm assistant, oh man, do you ever wish you could start over? I'm assistant sports information director Jaron Glassford. So glad that you could join us tonight on the Red Line Network. A couple storylines coming in. First, Hannibal LaGrange seeking their first win. They are 0 for 5 in their attempt so far after taking losses from Iowa Wesleyan, twice from Culver Stockton, Missouri Valley, and Park University. Looking to get going here, trying to get their first win for the season under the direction of Coach Kelly Quiggle. They're trying to get the ball tonight, especially to Michaela Hostetler, who's averaging 10.6 points per game and shooting the rock at a very high level, as staggering 60% from three. So like to get her going. From the LCU side of thing, it is time off after their last game that they had, as they are 1-1 coming in on the year after a win against Central Christian College of the Bible in dominating fashion. They went on the road and ended up being on the short end of that one to St. Mary of the Woods College, 66-57. But that game was 2 weeks ago, as LCU and the girls went into a mostly team quarantine, including head coach of the Lady Red Lions, Christian Lowry. So they had a couple games canceled due to COVID, and they're still going to be without the services tonight of Savannah Powell-Goodman, Anio Robinson, Liz Tinley, who's averaging right now for the Red Lions is averaging 11 points a game, so they'll be without the services of her, as well as Jocelyn Hall and Angelina Severino. But they still got a couple of good pieces tonight. Going to look for Michaela Smith, the leading scorer right now at 14 a game, to get going early for the senior for LCU, as well as freshman standout now in her sophomore season, Michaela Rosenberry. We'll see if she can make the jump at number 20, see if she can make the jump on the year and improve into the stat player that we know that she could be. And that'll do things with our pregame here, as we are about 9 minutes away from action. We're going to take a break. We'll be here for opening ceremonies. You are watching LCU basketball, the Red Line Network.
starting lineup, first of all, for the visiting Trojans from Untitled Chapter. At guard, a sophomore, number 3, Mccombs. At guard, a freshman, number 5, Laura Calvin.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome live at the Laughlin Center. It's the women's basketball home opener as the Hannibal LaGrange University Lady Trojans coming to town to take on your Lincoln Christian University Lady Red Lions. And I'm Assistant Sports Information Director Jared Glassford. So glad that you could join us tonight on the Red Lion Network. And we're going live, about to get underway with tonight's festivities. And why don't we go ahead and meet the starters tonight. First for Hannibal LaGrange, Michaela Hostetler, averaging 10 a game. She's going to be the point guard tonight, standing at 5'9", the sophomore out of Wobolo, Missouri. And she's going to start alongside the freshman guard at 5'8". That's number 5, Lauren Calvin, out of Madrid, Spain. And we got starting also number 15, the forward freshman out of Plattsburgh, Missouri. That's Ashlyn Vermeer. And she's going to start alongside 5'7" junior out of LEO, Missouri, number 22, Jillian Lockard. And the fifth starter, number 31, the 5'11" junior forward out of Grinnell, Iowa. That is Rebecca Mccombs. And that rounds at the 5. The Trojans are coached by Kelly Quiggle. And for your Red Lions, the short-handed Red Lions, but still the starting 5 tonight. Avery Seidel at 5'3", going to be the guard tonight out of Wayne City, Illinois. She's going to start alongside 5'4" sophomore guard out of Metamora, Illinois, number 10, Lexi McClure. Starting also number 13, the 5'3" freshman out of East Peoria, Illinois. That's number 13, Leah Yanko. And starting alongside her, 5'11" sophomore guard of Mahomet, Illinois, Michaela Rosaberry, wearing number 20. And the fifth starter, the point guard out of Chillicothe, Illinois, standing at 5'7", the senior 32, Michaela Smith. And we're about to get underway. LCU wearing the home white uniforms, red lettering, black trim. Hannibal LaGrange in the away reds with navy blue lettering, white trim. And we're about to get started. Home opener coming at you, and LCU controls the tip-off. They'll get the ball on offense to start the game. Smith runs the ball down the court. She goes up and will be fouled right away. And that foul going to be picked up immediately by Jilly Lockard. And that's going to send Michaela Smith to the free throw line. Michaela Smith on the year, a 50% free throw shooter. She's able to knock down that one. Limited trips to the line so far for the senior out of Chillicothe, former all-conference player. And Michaela Smith, as she goes 1 for 2 from the line. So it is now 1-0 in favor of LCU as they're going to get in the corner. That's Calvin. Her shot, no good. Good fight for the rebound, though. Calvin has it. 20 seconds to work with. Shot up on its way is good. That one by Ashley Vermeer. And Hannibal LaGrange immediately answers. They go up 2-1. Rosenberry has the ball in the corner. Goes up top to Yanko. Back to Seidel. Seidel surveys, skips it over to Lexi McClure. Shot clock down to 15. Smith has it, got to do something with it. She goes behind her back again. She spins, tries to go up. That's no good. Maybe should have passed that one away. But here we go now. It's good running the floor right there, but layup is missed. That goes out of bounds. It's going to stay here. But good rim run that time by Ashlyn Vermeer. But layup just short. So here we go now. Hostetler. Her shot off the inbounds, no good. Seidel gets the rebound, and here come the Red Lions. Smith surveys, kicks it up to Yanko. Yanko back to Smith. Hannibal LaGrange playing a 2-3 zone to start off this one. Here we go now. McClure, she fires from 10. That's no good. And good defense so far being played by the Trojans. So here we go now. LCU, a little bit of a diamond press to go start off this one as they finally able to break it. And the shot, and it looked like that time Mccombs didn't know where she was out on the floor, clunks it off the bottom of the rim. And that will be another turnover. As we got a sub coming in. And that is Sarah Eagleton, the 5'7" junior from Madrid, Iowa. So here we go now, 2-1 in favor of the Lady Trojans. 8:30 remaining here in the first quarter. Smith kicks it into Rosenberry in the high post, trying to run a play for Yanko. Not open, but she's able to get up top with it. See what she has. Gives it back out to Smith. Smith kicks it out to McClure. She thought about the three instead, puts it on the deck. She pulls up for 15. That's no good. Smith gets their own rebound, though. Rosenberry, she'll fire. That's good from Michaela Rosenberry. And if you remember back last year, the season ended at home with the Michaela Rosenberry game winner from just inside of half court. And she's already got herself a three in this one. So 4-2 now in favor of the Red Lions. As Eagleton has it. Tries to fit it in. Good defense that time by Yanko. They get it down low in the post. Hostetler goes up. No good. Good rebound and score, though, by Ashlyn Vermeer. And Hannibal LaGrange just tied it up. Yanko run the floor. Gives it out to McClure. McClure back up top to Smith. Smith goes reverse. Goes in. Another bad shot thrown up that time by Michaela Smith. Hostetler kicks it down low. Good find. And Rebecca Mccombs makes it. She'll go to the line to shoot one more. That foul going to be picked up by Alexi McClure. And that will put McCombs to the free throw line. As she's able to knock it down 7-4 in favor of Hannibal LaGrange. 7:13 remaining in the first quarter. McClure has it, dribbles back to her middle. Get down to Yanko, and that's going to stay right here. So Seidel has it up top, 20 seconds to work with. She'll fire for three. That's good from Avery Seidel. And Seidel, the marksman, able to get her first one to go. LCU bringing the pressure. Nearly got a turnover out of that one. Here we go now. McEagleton kicks it down low. And Smith fouls her, and she's going to line to shoot two. That'll be her first team second. And that will put Ashlyn Vermeer on the free throw line for Hannibal LaGrange. She knocks down the first. Ashlyn Vermeer, her first trip to the free throw line on the year. Excuse me, no, I stand corrected. She's a 57% free throw shooter, but she's able to go 2 for 2 there to make it 9-7. Seidel dribbles to her middle. As here we go, McClure goes in, she fires, that's no good. And here we go now. So we're trying to get the shot and game clock to go. And here we go now. Calvin brings it up top, gives the left side to Hostetler. And they're going to call a foul on the floor. And that's going to go against Leah Yanko. So third team foul for LCU. 2 more, and they're going to be in the bonus. And it's good find right there. Eagleton goes up. Wild shot, though, and that's going to be coming the other way. Smith runs the floor, kicks it out to McClure. McClure thought about it, puts it on the deck. Kicks it back out to Seidel. Skip past to Yanko. That's going to be stolen. Calvin running the floor now, working 1-on-2, and she finishes right over the rim, but that's no good. Gets her own rebound, though. Goes up. That's no good. And Michaela Rosenberry finally with the rebound for the Red Lions, and now they're looking to push. Here we go, Seidel. Wild shot. That misses everything. Hey, we're going the other way now. Here we go. Hostetler runs the ship, gets it up top. Vermeer back to Hostetler. Ball screen coming. She chooses to ignore it. She goes right into the paint and scores. Lead now up to 4 for the Trojans. Rosenberry back up top to Smith. Good reversal. Yankel fires. That's no good. Near missed that time for Leah Yankel. It'll be Hannibal LaGrange ball. Calvin left side surveys. Wide open is Eagleton. LCU not communicating well on that back screen. And LCU going to call time. And we're going to take a timeout ourselves. We'll be back here in just a moment on the Red Line Network. Welcome back after the timeout as we are just past the halfway point in the first quarter as Hannibal LaGrange leads 13-7. So we'll see if LCU has the answer here as Keegan Lord checks in. As that ball is going to go out of bounds, it's going to stay right here. Coach Lowry thought there should have been a foul. Is Yanko set to inbound. Kicks it up top. Also Audrey Henningsen checking in. Yes, the foul is going to be on the entry pass. That's going to go against Elaine McClare. Henningsen, the senior from Willingsport, Tennessee, getting her first action here at home. Here we go now. Yanko kicks it over to Seidel. Back up top to Henningsen. Hannibal LaGrange playing aggressive defense to start this one out. Henningsen lowers her shoulder. She goes up. No good. Tries to fight for her own rebound, though, and that's no good. Here we go. It appears the game and shot clock not turning on there. So we're going to get the clock fixed. Right now, early in this one, but Hannibal LaGrange playing very aggressive defense to their record. And they've been impressive so far. See if LCU has the answer. Hasn't touched, remember, only a couple players have even touched a basketball in a couple weeks. Good defense right there by Michaela Smith. And that is going to be white ball. So see if LCU can get the legs under him. Early in this one, Smith runs the floor. Dribbles to her right in the right side, Henningsen. Henningsen trying to fit it up to Seidel. Pass was defended really well. Lord back over to Smith. Smith goes behind her back. A lot of hands in there, and that's going to be another jump ball. Possession arrow says Hannibal LaGrange basketball. It's Smith a couple times. Dribbled into double coverage down on the Hannibal LaGrange side. Love to see her pass that one off. A lot of hands in there, especially as you get down low. As Calvin traveled. That'll be another turnover for the Trojans. That is on the night. That is turnover number 3 for the Lady Trojans. Lord hands it off that time, gives it in the corner. Seidel, she'll fire her 3. That's too short. Rebounded by Hannibal LaGrange. Eagleton back to Calvin. Calvin, no one picked her up right there. She's a wide open 15-footer, but that's no good. And that ball goes off of Shelby Maddox out of bounds. So the LCU basketball. So Lexi McClure will check back in, as well as Michaela Hostetler for the Lady Trojans. 3:20 to go here in the first quarter. 13-7 the score in favor of Hannibal. Yanko kicks it down low. Passed a little too much zip on it, though, for Henningsen. That goes out of bounds, and that's another turnover for LCU. So we go now, Hostetler. Pits the ball up top. 3 up on its way. In and out that time by McClure. And now the Red Lions looking to push. Smith tries to go coast to coast. They're going to call the foul. That one going to be against Michaela Hostetler. Her first, team's third. Here you go, McClure up top. Kicks it to Yanko in the corner. Yanko skip past to Smith. Smith puts it on the deck. Has to go up top to Yanko. Shot clock down to 10 now. Yanko dribbles to her left, back out to Smith. She'll pull up for 15. That shot too strong. Yeah, they're going to call a Henningsen for the foul on the rebound. Going over the back there. Her first, team's fourth. So LCU, one more foul, and Hannibal LaGrange is shooting free throws the rest of the quarter. So we go now. McClure tries to feed it down low, but can't. Dribbles in. Kicks it back out. That's a 2, and it doesn't matter because it misses. Hostetler with a rebound, though. And Hannibal LaGrange being very aggressive on the offensive rebounds, and another careless pass by the Lady Red Lions. It's up in a turnover. So we hit the 2-minute mark. Score still 13-7. Both teams on a big scoring drought here. As McClure kicks it out. Good hands right there by Michaela Smith. Shot clock down to 10. Yeah, they're going to call a foul on the floor. That's going to go against Lexi McClure, her second. And that, Hannibal LaGrange shoot 2. That will be Rebecca Mccombs, the 5'11 forward from Grinnell, Iowa. LCU this past week in their guys team traveled to Grinnell, Iowa to take on Grinnell College, and boy, that was a very exciting game to watch. The score well into the triple digits, Grinnell, Iowa. Grinnell College playing the run gun style of offense. As we're back to this one, Henningsen has to give that one away. Gives it to that time to Smith, but that's going to go offensive foul called to Michaela Smith. That'll be her second. As here we go now. Hook shot up on its way is good by Malia Payne. Here we go now. Rosenberry back up top to Keegan Lord. Lord hands the ball off to Henningsen. Back to Rosenberry. She thought about it, instead dribbles in. Kicks it to Lord, but Lord can't hold on to that one. And another careless pass ends up in a turnover. But right as she got the steal herself, she travels, so it's going to stay right here. 1 minute remaining here in the quarter. Smith set to inbound. Kicks it to Lord in the corner. Lord tries to squeeze it in to Michaela Smith, but it goes out of bounds. Last touched by Hannibal LaGrange. So 54 seconds now. McClure set to inbound. McClure spins back to her right. Tries to put it up. A good defense being played right there. Smith, 15 seconds. Dribbles to her left. Good run through that time by Michaela Rosenberry. Has to give it out. Shot clock down to 10. She goes up. No, a lot of contact, but no foul call. And here come the Lady Trojans now. 30 seconds remaining. McClure. And, yep, that's a walk. So shot clock turned off with 25 seconds remaining here in the opening quarter. Coach Lowry calls for the last play. Clock down to 12. Smith surveys. Spread out right now for LCU. They kick it up top to Rosenberry, but that's a steal. McClure jumped the pass. She's running the floor. Gets Rosenberry in the air, goes up, and that's no good. But she will go on the line to shoot two. Rosenberry picks up her first. So that'll put Elaine McClure to the free throw line. She's able to knock down her first. Not sure why there's not a sub right there. You always sub in between free throws, but what do I know? I've just been watching basketball since the age of 2, so here we go now. 3 seconds remaining. 19-7 is the lead for Hannibal LaGrange. So Smith dribbles back, has to throw up something, and that'll do it for the first quarter of play. Hannibal LaGrange leads 19-7. We'll be back here in just a moment here on the Red Line Network. As we come back for the second quarter of play, 19-7, Hannibal Grange playing excellent defense. LCU not able to get anything working for them in that first quarter. See if something could change here. See if Coach Lowry drew up something during that break as Rosenberry fires. That's no good. Here we go now. A lot of zip on that pass to get it up. Rosenberry has herself a steal. And they're going to call travel. I mean, correct call if she wasn't pushed. But, oh well, that's why I'm not wearing the official's uniform. So here we go now. Hostetler surveys, tips it down low. Good cut right time, that time of Calvin, and she's able to connect, make it 21-7. So Hannibal Grange has tripled the score of the Red Lions. Smith dribbles to the middle, kicks into the corner. McClure thought about it, instead decides to give it up. Back to McClure, shot clock at 10 now. In the corner goes Henningsen. They get it down low to Smith. Smith's layup is no good. Hannibal Grange looking to push now. Calvin goes in the corner. That time to Lockard. Ball reversal over back to the right side now. Lockard, it's up the hands of Hostetler. Shot clock down to 10 now. They kick it down low to Payne. Payne, one dribble pull-up. That's no good. But Calvin gets a rebound, and that's going to be a fresh. And shot clock never resets. So that's the shot clock violation. Good defense that time by the Red Lions. So here we go now. Smith in the corner to McClure. McClure goes up. That's no good. Rebounded by Hannibal Grange. Payne thought about the three, instead decides to put it back on the floor. LCU tightening up right now on the defensive end. They kick it down low. Little pull-up. That is good by Ashlyn Vermeer, and the lead extends for the Trojans. That pass over the head of Keegan Lord goes out of bounds. That'll be another turnover by the Red Lions, as Smith will take a seat, as well as McClure, Avery Seidel, and Leah Yanko come in. 23-7 with 7:30 to go here in the first half. Hostetler surveys, kicks it up top, that time to Lockard. Lockard puts the ball up in the deck, pulls up from about 10 feet. No good. And Hannibal Grange continues to eat the Red Lions alive on the boards tonight, as the second chance opportunities are killing the Red Lions right now. Here we go now, 25-7 in favor of Hannibal Grange. Seidel gives it to Henningsen. Henningsen thought about it instead, decides to go back out with it. Rosenberry in trouble, kicks it down low. Good cut that time by Keegan Lord, but the layup's no good. Calvin running the floor, tips it down low. Another turnover by Hannibal Grange. Seidel running, and she is fouled, and that's going to stay right here. Foul going to be called on Jillian Lockard. It'll be her second, team's first up the quarter. Henningsen on the inbound, kicks in the corner. Rosenberry will fire a three. That's too long. Rebound by Hannibal Grange. They're looking to push. Lockhart kicks down low. Another excellent rim run that time by Rebecca Mccombs. But it's blocked out of bounds. It's going to stay right here. So Lord checks out and checking in for the first time tonight. Wearing number 14 out of St. Jacob, Illinois, number 14, Jenna Lostutter. So the freshman getting her first minutes at home. As Mccombs fires for 15, and that's good. Lead now up to 20 for LCU. Henningsen back to Lostutter. She puts the ball on the deck, spins. That shot no good, but it's going to stay right here. So Mikhail Smith checks in, as well as Elena McClare for Hannibal. So Smith has it on the right side. Good defense being played right now by Calvin. Gives the ball up to Yanko. Shot clock down to 5. Leah Yanko. And a lot of steps there. And that's going to be another turnover committed by the Red Lions. So Laura Calvin now kicks it up top to Ashlyn Vermeer. Vermeer finds Mccombs in the high post. Good hands right that time by Avery Seidel. And the first point's no good. Called it too soon, and Seidel picks up a foul. About 90 feet away from her own hoop. Actually, that's going against Michaela Rosenberry. That'll be her second, team's first. And LCU still unable to crack the scoreboard here in the second quarter. Lockhart. Good hands once again by Seidel, but she gets right back to it. McClare, she'll fire a three. That's good. And Coach Lowry seen enough. He calls full timeout here. As Hannibal LaGrange leads 30-7, which means we're going to take a timeout ourselves. We're going to take a break. We'll be back here in just a moment. You're watching LCU basketball on the Red Line Network. Coming out of the timeout, LCU offensive struggles have been for a long stretch in this one, as they have not scored since well into the first quarter. As it is 30-7, as another turnover by LCU. McClare running the floor, 2-on-2 fast break. Calvin had a wide open layup, but she dropped it out of bounds. That's a turnover for Hannibal LaGrange now. Hannibal LaGrange has turned the ball over 10 times, LCU 8, so a turnover-ridden game for both teams now. Seidel on the right side. Back up top to Smith. Into Lostutter. Lostutter goes to the quarter to Yanko. Shot clock down to 10. Kale Smith got to do something with it. She'll fire. That's a three. No good. McClare with a rebound, and Hannibal LaGrange looking to push. 3-on-2 fast break. But she has to pull that one out. They get it down low to Amberton that time. And Atherton able to score. 32-7, Hannibal LaGrange right now. Yanko left side. Kicks it, a little give and go that time, and it goes. And a late whistle, but the foul going to be called. That one going against Laura Calvin. That'll put Michaela Smith on the free throw line. Smith on the night, 1 for 2. So shooting 50% on the night if she's able to knock down the first. The Red Lions now have their first score of the first quarter, or of the second quarter. She misses the second one to stay 50% on the night, 32-8 in favor of Hannibal LaGrange, as that's going to be another turnover out of bounds. And LCU has not been able to capitalize on any of the turnovers tonight committed by the Trojans. See if that luck can continue or will change, or if the same will continue here. Rosenberry with the ball. Dribbles to her right, dribbles off her foot, but Lostutter gets it. Smith has the ball on the right side. Back up top to Yanko. Yanko puts the ball on the deck. Has to feed that one out. Seidel, she fires. That's a three, no good. Here we go now. Hostetler looking to run. LCU still rocking the man defense. McClare dribbles to the right in the middle, and a layup no good that time by McClare. Yanko looking to push. Goes all the way with that one, no good. And the sloppy play continues by both teams now. McClare, the ball on the right side. Is Maddox now with the basketball. Maddox dribbles to her left. Shot clock at 10. Good defense by Michaela Smith right there. That shot blocked by Rosenberry. Here we go now. Smith pushes ahead, but that pass intercepted by McClare. And a layup that time by Hannibal LaGrange by Sarah Eagleton. And it's 34-8 with 2:20 to go here in the second quarter. Seidel picked the ball up, has to get rid of it. Gives it to Yanko on the left side. Yanko just bulldozes her way in, loses the basketball. And here comes Hannibal LaGrange now. Hostetler, that goes up no good. And that's going the other way. That foul going to be picked up by number 14, Anna Atherton. Her first, team's third. So Lostutter will take a seat as Lexi McClure checks back in. So Yanko kicks it out to Seidel. Seidel thought about it. Goes back down to Yanko. Shot clock at 15. Smith to Yanko. Good pass right there. Seidel goes up amongst the trees, and she will go to the line to shoot two. That foul going to be picked up by Sarah Eagleton, her first, team's fourth. So Red Lions shooting free throws the rest of the quarter. And that will put Avery Seidel to the free throw line. Seidel 1 for 4 on the year, sitting at 25% as she's able to knock down the first. Second one short, so she goes 1 for 2 from the charity stripe, 34-9 in favor of Hannibal LaGrange, 1:22 remaining here in the first half. That's a good drive right there, but they're going to call the double dribble and another turnover committed by the Trojans. And that is their 12th turnover in just the first half alone. Still sitting on a big lead, though, as LCU has the basketball. McClure has to give it up, gives it to Seidel. Seidel, she goes up over the top of the rim. That's no good. So as we are under a minute to play here in the first half, McClare has it on the left side. They kick it up top. Hostetler kicks it down low. Turnaround shot up, no good. Rebounded by Lexi McClure. LCU looking to push now. Rosenberry gives it up to McClure. She'll fire a three. That's in and out. Shot clock turned off, 23 seconds remaining. Hostetler. He's got 14 seconds to work with. She puts the ball up on the deck, goes up. Shot blocked by Rosenberry. And Smith has it. And she is going to be tied up. But the possession goes in favor of LCU with 4.6 seconds remaining. Yanko almost did it. McClure goes up. And that is no good. And that will conclude the first half of play. So a dominant first half by Hannibal LaGrange as they lead 34-9. And we're going to take a break, and we'll be back here for the first half analysis as well as the second half of action. You're watching LCU basketball on the Red Line Network. Welcome back to the second half of action as McClure fires a three. That's no good. And McClure picks up the foul right away. That'll be her third foul. In the story of the first half of play is a barrage of offense by Hannibal LaGrange right now, as well as 25-11 rebound advantage. So, or excuse me, a 32-13 rebound advantage. So, Hannibal LaGrange cleaning up the glass, a lot of second chance opportunities. Even though they are losing in the turnover battle, LCU just not able to capitalize and put the ball through the hoop, as we right now are only shooting from the field 2 of 7 to make 7% from the, or excuse me, field goals 2 of 28, so 7.1%, and that is definitely not where you want to be on if running an offense right now. So here we go now, 36-9 in favor of Hannibal LaGrange. As Hostetler kicks it over. As they had a post up, but squandered that one. They put the ball on the deck instead. A little high-low action. And Ashlyn Vermeer has an easy bunny. It's a 30-second timeout, so we're going to keep it right here. 38-9. But right now on the night, the scoring breakdown is Ashlyn Vermeer leading the way for Hannibal LaGrange. She's got 14. Eagleton with 6. McClure 5. Mccombs 5. Michaela Hostetler with the season right now with only 2 points, averaging 10 on the year. Laura Calvin with 2. Anna Atherton with 2. And Malia Payne with 2. And for LCU, only 3 Red Lions cracking the scoreboard. Michaela Smith has 2. Michaela Rosenberry has 3. And Avery Seidel has 4 points. LCU right now 2 of 28 from the field, 7.1%. And Hannibal LaGrange is 15 of 35, 42.9% to make it 38-9 score. If you'd like to get stats, the official stats provider of the NAIA is Presto Sports as of this year. Seidel goes in, that's no good. But if you want to log on to naiastats.prestosports.com. Once again, that's naiastats.prestosports.com. If you search up this game to get live stats on this one to follow along with the action, as that one goes out of bounds. But it's going to stay right here with Hannibal LaGrange basketball. And that is a 5-second violation. Great defense being played by LCU. As Yanko goes to Rosenberry in the corner. She hits the side of the backboard. Hannibal LaGrange looking to run now. 2-on-2 fast break. It's Vermeer. Throws it up, and she will go to the line to shoot 2. That'll be Michaela Smith's 3rd foul. Team 2nd in the quarter. And that will put Ashlyn Vermeer. She is a perfect 2 for 2 from the free throw line. She's got 14 points to go along with 3 boards. If she's able to knock down that one. And it is now a 30-point lead for Hannibal LaGrange as she goes 2 for 2 from the free throw line, make it 40-9, with 7:45 remaining here in the third quarter. McClure puts the ball on the deck, spins back baseline. She goes up. That shot no good. And here come the Trojans now. Hostetler working on Yanko. Good tip that time by Yanko. But Hostetler able to get the ball back as they can get down low, and that ball goes through the hands of Vermeer. That's a turnover by Hannibal LaGrange. So Yanko now with the basketball. Rosenberry has the ball in the corner, dribbles to her right, kicks it back out to Smith. Smith goes right to the deck, has her shot blocked. And here come the Trojans looking to run now. Hostetler kicks it over that time to Vermeer. Vermeer's shot no good. Hostetler with the offensive board. But a tie-up is going to have the possession arrow facing LCU. As Jade Scroggins comes in, she gets her first action. The junior from Hillsboro, Illinois, by way of Hillsboro High School. So here we go now. Rosenberry gets the ball high post. Had the handoff, but decided not to give it up. That's McClure. She'll take a step back three. That's good from Lexi McClure. And LCU in the third quarter hits double digits on the scoreboard. Here we go. Lockhart gives it up top to Hostetler. Hostetler back to Lockhart. She surveys. She dribbles to her left, but they're going to give Seidel the foul on the floor. That'll be her first, team's third. As Malia Payne will check back in, the forward from Warrenton, Missouri. Here we go now. Scroggins with the basketball. Kicks it into the corner. McCombs had a three, instead decides to give it up. Hostetler takes a couple dribbles to her right, goes up. That's no good. Rebounded by Michaela Smith, and here come the Red Lions looking to push. Smith kicks in the corner. McClure, she'll fire another three. That's too short. Here we go now. McCombs kicks it over to Lockhart. Lockhart has it tipped out of bounds, but that's going to stay right here. Another sub coming in for the Trojans. And that's Shelby Maddox, the 5'9" senior from South Haven, Mississippi. Good defense being played. Rosenberry tips it out, and she's going to have herself a layup. She goes up and scores for LCU. So good defense on the inbound pass all night, especially right there by Michaela Rosenberry. And she's able to get herself another bucket, make it 40-14. As excellent defense being played right there by Aaliyah Yanko. That's going to stay right here, though. Here we go now. Scroggins with the basketball. Kick it up top. As Maddox runs right to the hoop, and that's an offensive foul on Shelby Maddox. Good take right there by Avery Seidel. And that's going to be an offensive foul. Their first foul of the third quarter and her first in the game. Here we go now. McClure kicks it out to Yanko. Back in the quarter, McClure. Left side goes Avery Seidel. She'll fire a three. That's no good. And Hannibal LaGrange looking to push now. As Seidel goes up and she picks up a foul. That's going to be her second. And team's fourth. So Michaela Smith will take a seat. Autrey Henningsen, the senior from Williamsport, Tennessee, checks in. So 14 fouls, so Hannah LaGrange shooting free throws on the next one. As a take that time is good by Jillian Lockhart. Here we go now. McClure kicks it down low to Henningsen. Henningsen turns. That's no good. With 4 minutes remaining here in the third quarter, Hannah LaGrange leads 42-14. Lockhart, she rips baseline, goes up and scores. Lead back up. The lead now up to 30 as that shot is blocked. Hannah LaGrange coming back the other way. Hostetler kicks it in the corner. They feed it down low to Maddox. Maddox goes over the baseline. That's good. 46-14 now in favor of the Trojans. Yanko with the basketball. Kicks it out to Seidel. She'll fire a three, but it's blocked. And Hannibal Grange with the basketball, looking to push now. Hostetler has it. And here we go. Hostetler kicks in the corner to Locker. She fires the three. That's in and out. Here we go now. Henningsen working 1-on-3. She will go all the way to the rim. And the bucket is good. They're going to call a defensive foul. She's going to the line to shoot one more. That foul going to go against Jillian Lockhart. As Keegan Lord, Michaela Smith, and for the first time tonight, Rebecca Kilpatrick, the 5'5" junior from Farmer City, Illinois, check in for the Red Lions. So good take that time by Audrey Henningsen. And she's got a chance to convert on the old-fashioned three-point play. And the free throw on its way, no good. 46-16 in favor of Hannibal LaGrange now. As Coach Krugel going to get a tall timeout here, which means we're going to take a timeout ourselves. We'll be back here in just a moment on the Red Line Network. As we come back to the action, Coach Quiggle saw something she might have not liked, but up 30. Not really sure about the decision, but even in a blowout, you got to demand, as the three is on his way, you got to demand the finest out of your players. Steve LCU, like to see them in the last 2:25 cut into this lead, get a couple of good stops and good offensive shots. As Scroggins picks up her first, team's third. So here we go now. 2:20 remaining here in the third quarter. Seidel set to inbound. Good find, but pass can't be contained by Michaela Smith, and it stays here. Seidel set to inbound. They give it out to Henningsen, and here we go now. As Henningsen's pass just out of reach from Keegan Lord. Here we go now. Eagleton up to Scroggins. They feed it down low. Back out to Scroggins. As the turn, good block that time, Michaela Smith. Shot clock down to 10 now. McClare feeds it into the high post, and they're going to say she took a step before a dribble, and it can't do that in the game of basketball. So that'll be another turnover. That will be turnover number 17 for Hannibal LaGrange. Smith gets it down low that time to Keegan Lord. Back to Smith. She dribbles to her left, kicks it out to Henningsen. She'll fire a shot. That's no good. Rebounded by the Trojans. Ball's on the deck, though. Smith dives on it. And a jump ball. And the air possession arrow points towards Hannibal LaGrange with 1:30 remaining in the third quarter. Here we go now. McClare kicks it back up top to Gatva. Three-point shot up on its way. Too short. Rebounded by Michaela Smith. Kicks it to Seidel. Seidel thought about the three. Instead, she goes all the way to the rim with that one. That one too strong. But Smith gets a rebound. 20 seconds to work with. Keegan Lord fires from 18 and hits. Here we go now, as we have under a minute to play in the third quarter. Scroggins, uncontested, goes up, and she's able to score. 30 seconds remaining. About a 5-second differential between shot clock and game clock. Smith dribbles to her right, goes back left. She goes right to the rim. That one hangs up there for a while, but falls for LCU. 10 seconds remaining. Now shot clock turned off. Here we go now, 5 seconds. Scroggins dribbles past Kilpatrick, goes up, ball on the floor. McClare fires a three. That's no good. And that'll conclude the third quarter of action. Hannibal Grange leads 51-20. And we're going to take a break to catch our breath. We'll be back here in just a moment. You're watching LCU basketball on the Red Line Network. So here we go now as we enter in the fourth and final quarter of play. Hannibal Grange still leads as McClure's three goes way long, 51-20. And right now the storyline of the game is just LCU cannot find the bottom of the net tonight as Scroggin goes up, fouled by McClure, a junk foul there, but nonetheless a foul. That'll be her fourth. So that'll put Scroggins to the free throw line. But LCU 7 of 45 from the field, as that it means that is a 15.6%. Scroggins knocks down the first, which makes up 3 of 19 from three. So can't win a lot of games when you shoot 15% from the field total. On the bright side, LCU been playing some pretty solid defense in the third quarter. As the shot misses everything by Michaela Smith, as they were able to score 11 in the third quarter. See if that could continue. As here we go now. McClare picks it up, has to give it out. Ball up top to Atherton. Atherton finds Scroggins. Shot clock down to 10 for Scroggins. Scroggins kicks out to McClare. She fires a three. That's good. So it's now 56-20. Rosenberry has the ball, dribbles to the middle, tries to kick it out, but has it stolen. Here comes McClare, 2-on-2 fast break. Scroggins runs ahead, but loses it. McClare picks it up and scores. 58-20 now. Here we go now. Rosenberry kicks it out. McClure drives to the middle. She goes up. That's no good. Atherton cleans the glass. And here come the Lady Trojans. McClare kicks it to the high post. So we got a couple subs coming in, including for her first time at home in a Red Lion uniform. We have the sophomore from Bloomington, Illinois. That is number 33, Gabby Green. Gabby Green, who sat out all of last year, gets her first minutes in a white jersey for the Red Lions. So that's a good sign to see, as that shot no good. The offensive rebound, though, that time by Eagleton. They kick it out. McClare, she'll fire a three. That's good. And now a 41-point lead for Hannibal LaGrange. Make it 61-20. Seidel fires. No good. Trojans coming back the other way. Calvin kicks it to the right side to Eagleton. They go back down low. That shot no good. Good defense by Rosenberry to alter the shot. Seidel looking to run. Gives it to Michaela Smith. She drives baseline. Out to Green. Into Yanko. Yanko fires. That's a three. No good. And the Trojans coming back the other way now. McClare has it. Goes back up top. Back to McClare, left side. She fires the three. That's good. And she's got 3 threes now. And Coach Lowry going to call a timeout as Hannibal leads 64-20 now. Which means we'll take a break. We'll be back here in just a moment on the Red Line Network. As we're coming out of the timeout. Like to see LCU at the end of this game with just under 7 minutes to play. Work for some easy buckets, trying to get something going towards the hoop just to install a little confidence towards the end of the game here. As Gabby Green, wild pass, but Seidel tips it from behind. Green gets on it, gives it to Yanko. Good efforts right there by Avery Seidel. Yanko goes to her right and loses the ball as that goes out of bounds. Going to be Hannibal basketball. We like to see the Red Lions get something moving towards the hoop to close out with a little offensive confidence. As McClare has it, goes up top, reverses it back over to Laura Calvin. Kicks it back out to Eagleton. Good cut right there by Calvin. That one no good, though. Hannibal LaGrange, other than the McClare barrage of threes, are getting their buckets almost exclusively from about a foot in. It's the turnover once again by the Red Lions. And the Trojans now with the basketball. Vermeer goes up top. McClare has it. They kick it down low. Good hands, though, that time on Michaela Smith. Yanko over to Smith, right side. Here we go now. Calvin up top to McClare. Trying to feed it down low, that time to Vermeer. McClare, she'll fire, that's a long 2, but it's no good. Offensive rebound and score, though, by Rebecca Mccombs. And that is offensive rebound number 11. As the foul going to be called down the other way against Ashlyn Vermeer. That'll be her first, team's first. And a full group coming in, or about to come in for LCU. And that'll put Gabby Green to the free throw line. As mentioned earlier, Green, the 5'4" sophomore from Bloomington, Illinois, by way of Cornerstone Christian Academy. She's able to knock down her first. And this is her first trip to the charity stripe on the year, and she goes 2 for 2. So perfect 100% on the year. She checks out. Lexi McClure checks back in. It is a 68-22 ball game with 4:15 remaining here in regulation. Hostetler kicks it up top. Finds Calvin. Get the ball in the corner. Calvin, good ball reversal by the Trojans now. Shot clock down to 10. Calvin gets a layup, and that's good. And LCU has not had a ton of answers for cuts towards the basket tonight. Kilpatrick with the ball. Kicks over to Keegan Lord. Lord dribbles to her right, has to go back out to Henningsen. Henningsen back out to McClure. Shot clock at 10 now. McClure drives in, and she is fouled, and will go to the line to shoot 2. That foul going against Jillian Lockhart. That'll be her 4th. And this will be McClure's first trip to the charity stripe tonight. McClure's got 3 points to go along with 2 rebounds. As the first one misses. This is her first trip to the free throw line on the year. The second one up, no good as well. She goes 0 for 2. Trojans get the rebound, 70-23 with 3:25 remaining here in the fourth quarter. Maddox up top. Goes over the left side to Lockhart. They kick it down low to Maddox. Maddox turns. Shot no good. So we hit the 3-minute mark to play. Lostutter has the ball in the corner. Spins back left side. She goes up. No good. And that is a difficult shot to go up, especially when you realize Jenna Lostutter playing with a broken left index finger. So as we go on now, as they try to feed it into Scroggins, but they're going to say that was last touched by LCU, so it's going to stay on this end of the floor. Scroggins, she'll fire from 15. That's good. And Jane Scroggins, not a ton of playing time, but has been very efficient from the floor tonight. As McClure back out to Lostutter. Lostutter spins back, fires. That's no good. Rebound, though, by Jane Scroggins. He's Lockhart, kicks it down low to the cutting. Scroggins, she has a layup. That's no good. As Lord turns it over, but they're going to say ball was out of bounds. Last touched by Hannibal LaGrange. So we got a couple subs coming in on the LCU side. Leah Yanko and Gabby Green. And 4 subs coming in for Hannibal LaGrange as well. So we got Marta Gateva as well as Anna Atherton. So here we go now. Minute 45 remaining here in the fourth quarter. 72-22 advantage. Henningsen goes up, Shot no good. As McClare dribbles in, and she's going to be fouled and will go to the line to shoot two. As Lord trying to take the charge, but they're saying she was still moving her feet. Second one on its way is good. Here we go now. 50-point advantage, 51-point advantage, 74, and now they got the clockwork, 74-22. So it's 52-point advantage for Hannibal Grange as we hit the 1 minute mark remaining here in this one. Atherton puts the ball on the deck, back up to Scroggins. Shot clock to 10. Atherton rips baseline, goes up, has her shot blocked, that time by Audrey Henningsen. Here we go now, 45 seconds remaining. About a 20-second differential between shot and game clock. Lostutter, she'll fire. That's going to be out of bounds. Last touch by Hannibal Grange. 14 seconds to work with on the shot clock, 34 on the game clock for LCU. Yanko goes out to Lostutter, back up top to Green. They go back to the corner, shot clock down to 10. Good flash that time by Keegan Lord. She'll fire from 15. That's no good. Shot clock turned off with 20 seconds remaining. Scroggins goes right to the hole, and she will go to the line to shoot two. That foul going to be against Leah Yanko. And that'll put Jade Scroggins to the free throw line. Scroggins has got 6 points off a perfect 2 for 2 from the charity stripe tonight. As she's not able to knock down the first one. On the night now, Hannibal Grange as a team, that's their first miss. They're now 13 of 14 from the free throw line tonight. Make it 13 to 15 now. But they're going to say a lane violation, so Hannibal Grange gets one more crack at it. So that free throw on its way is good. She's able to go 1 for 3 to make it 75-22. 13 seconds remaining in this one. Yanko tries to get it into Lostutter and does. 5 seconds remaining now. Henningsen goes up, and she will score. But that will do it here, folks. Your final score, Hannibal Grange University 75, Lincoln Christian University 24. The final breakdown on the night, Hannibal Grange, Payne had 2 points, Maddox with 2, Atherton with 2, Hostetler with 2, Lockhart with 4, Calvin with 4, Eagleton with 6, Rebecca Mccombs with 7, Jade Scroggins with 7, Ashlyn Vermeer with 18, and Elena McClare with 21 points. And for LCU, Keegan Lord finished with 2, as well as did Gabby Green. Lex McClure had 3, Michaela Smith with 4, Audrey Henningsen with 4, Avery Seidel with 4, and Michaela Rosenberry led the scores for LCU with 5 points. So we're going to pause real quick. And that'll do things here as LCU, the women's basketball team, will be back in action this Saturday as they take on the Beavers of Blackburn College. That game will start at 1 o'clock Central Time. Once again, this Saturday, 1 o'clock Central Time against Blackburn College. So thank you all for tuning in to tonight's broadcast. And on behalf of Athletic Director Christian Lowry and Sports Information Director Robbie Tucker, I'm Assistant Sports Information Director Jared Glassford, saying so long, folks, and thank you for tuning in to the Red Lion Network.